Anytime that you've actually employed a new coach to train you, I'm sure it takes a while to learn the verbiage of how their training is scripted, how to understand it, and how it is written. So there's a lot of questions that come up, and what does this mean, what does that mean? Because every coach has their own style to programming, right? Or at least they should in some degree. So we did our most recent video. Make sure you go back and watch it here on how to program and common mistakes that are made and how we like to program our primary, auxiliary, and accessory exercises along with the methodology. Today I'm going to walk you through a full day of programming that you would receive from Average Joe Strength. Now I will tell you, strength being the common word, I love to teach people to lift heavy, working on the mechanics, not just meathead lifting, but putting the science behind it, right? That's the fun part. With our strength training, I will rotate lifts between three different variations. You have a pure strength day, then we have a circuit day, and then you have a EMOM day. Now all of those of course have a strength component. We talked about bench press in the earlier video, so we'll stay on that trend as well as today. One day you may have a biased strength training day for bench press. The next week it may be a circuit training that involves bench press, and the third week would be an EMOM style training that involves bench press. For today we're going to be going over a circuit training, how that would look, the options that are applied to it, the rep ranges. Hopefully we can answer any questions that you might have about the programming with Average Joe Strength before you get into it. So let's take a look at our primary day of training. Now, we like to give athletes options. This is a template. A template is a tool for you to utilize. Use it the best way you can. That's why we're going over some directions of how to use the tool. So, primary training. Of course, we're working on that bench press. It's a push day, right? Choose one of the following. Do not do both. Now, the reason I have to always put that in all of our programming with big, bold letters is, as newer lifters, we think the more we do, the quicker the results. And you run into a lot of redundant exercises if you did that with this programming that would not be beneficial for you in the long run. In fact, over time, it would probably diminish results. I do take the time to be as explicit in our programming as possible and omit any questions that could possibly come up. Primary training, choose one of the following. Do not do both. Option number one, for 15 minutes, 4 bench press at 70% or 12 dumbbell bench press and then 20 calories. Okay, so let's talk about that and break it down for you real quick. You can either do A, 4 bench press at 70%, or B, 12 dumbbell bench press. The first exercise that is written is always the recommendation. I understand that not everybody that purchases a template from our training is going to have access to a barbell and a bench press, but hopefully they got access to dumbbells, so they can choose one of the other. And then either one they choose, they would do 20 calories after, and they'll repeat that for a 15-minute cycle. I don't care how long it takes you to get that 20 calories, that is on the individual to do that. I like to break up our circuit days to have calories intermittently put in between their exercises rather than just lumping it all and saying, hey, go do 20, 30 calories at the end of a workout. So option one, 4 bench press at 70%, 20 calories. That's what I did. Okay, option two, we put this in because I understand, and not every gym has the logistics that we do where you could do 4 bench press and then jump on a machine for 20 calories. You could lose your spot at your bench press in some gyms if that happens. So you could do option two, which is you're going to do all 4 sets of 4 bench press at 70% or 4 sets of 12 dumbbell bench press and then 75 calories. So for example, if you could not do 4 bench press at 70% and 20 calories for 15 minutes, what you would then do is a set of 4x4 bench press at 70%. Once you've completed that, jump on the bike for 75 calories. We try to keep it in a range that would be equivalent to which either one you have done, so we can ideally try to get the same stimulus in between. But the next question that would come up, guys, is in relation to, well, why does it say 12 reps? What weight do I use? If we do not list a percentage of the weight to use, you're going to use your best judgment on that, okay? Meaning 12 reps. I'm looking for a 2-rep range, meaning at 12, if you can't get 10, it's too heavy. At 12, if you get 14 or more, it's too light. You have to find a weight that works for you in that count. Especially when it comes to a lot of isolation exercises or dumbbell exercises. It is very, very hard for any trainer that doesn't see you personally to tell you exactly what weight to use. And somebody who's never trained you before that tells you what weight to use, I mean specifically use 75-pound dumbbells. If they say something like that, you need to find a new coach right away because that is ridiculous. That does not exist. You get 2 different options. Pick one or the other that fits you logistically or just fits your mind frame for that day. We try to give people options while attacking the same stimulus within the primary training.